Hello everybody, AOG Gaming here, back with another video on Outer Plane. We're back recording. Great, I love this game. Well, they had some updates. They haven't really been fixing the game. I still like it though. Again, it's the game that I was mainly grinding over the holidays, so just something to keep in mind. But yeah. Um I'll show you my account in a second. I just want to do this real quick. I'm gonna push for some stuff. I've tried, I have done some pushing, but not a lot. Just enough to basically, I've almost completed this. Basically enough to get me 6-star equipment so that I can actively get the equipment. That's it. uh, and I think it was with this team actually. Never say a healer can't replace another character. They're saying, ooh, 6-star, finally. I need to get legendary 6-star, but finally. I've been crafting them like crazy. Because all my healers, well, you know, just Mene and Siren really are the only ones I use. But all my healers use them, so I have to make sure. And then also Veronica, she also, you want to put health on her, so yeah. All right, well, let me just show you my account so far, because a lot has changed. They haven't really added anything new. The new events that they had for the Christmas event was good. They had like some sign-in bonuses as well, just for signing in, which is insanely awesome. They gave us a decent amount of summons. Um, I got Dahlia, or whatever, the new character that they released. I'll show you in a bit. And then I also got Mero, who is part of the new banner right now. So I kind of just pitied her because I have Sterope and Ame, because I also got Ame. So yeah, I've been collecting characters left and right, and they're kind of just sitting. So basically, everything after Fight is kind of characters that I'm pretty much not using or haven't been using as much as every other character above that. So, like even Alice, I don't in Finon I don't use that much, and Laplas, Leo, or Dragon. But everyone else I pretty much use all regularly. Don't use Epsilon too much. Because again, I've been really focused on my water team. As you can see, they're predominantly the characters that I have at level 100 and that are close to basically having them all at 5-star. Veronica and Mene are basically there. Tamara's like halfway, so I can focus on her again later. And then Rin, I am also very close to getting her to 5-star as well. Um, yeah, as far as everything else goes, I think I've maxed out abilities. So Veronica, I'm close to maxing out. Siren, I did, except for chain skills. Again, I don't max out chain skills for most characters. I don't think for any character except for one. Because it's only weakness gauge increase really. The damage stuff does matter, like if you get to level 5, but until then it's kind of just like an okay buff. I did it on her because specifically she only has damage buffs on the rest of her skills levels. So it doesn't really matter if I get them up to that level. I can replace the damage with her equipment, which is why she's so high up. Because she's only 4-star. But she has a lot of damage because of the equipment I put on her. But yeah, weakness gauge just helps the overall weakness gauge of the team. So I also maxed out Mene, at least her two best skills because they're insanely good. Probably going to max out this one as well because it's an extra 3% healing, so why not? But yeah, of course I was going to max out Mene when I got her. She's just literally the best healer in the game because she literally just revives and it doesn't count towards death. Like, as long as all your characters are revived at the end of the battle, it counts as you not losing a single character. So you can just keep resurrecting, keep resurrecting, keep resurrecting. um, yeah, and you still get those stars. So it's just really good cheat code, kind of. Um, I focused a little bit on Ame because she's insanely broken. Like I said, I didn't realize she gained the turn by just using her ability. So yeah, and then she just attacks a lot, like a lot. And then she does more boss damage, so she's actually really good against bosses, but I have to upgrade her a little bit more and get some better gear on her. Um, I mean, I have legendary 6-star speed gear on her, but you know, it's still not enough. I need to get her a good. Actually, do I? Pretty sure I have a better weapon. Okay, well, I just gave you this instead. Whatever. Um, yeah, and I mean, like, as far as Rona goes, she's pretty much maxed out, right? I think I basically gave her the best gear I could. Um, what? Sorry, I didn't click the right thing. Okay, yeah, I just need some damage. That's pretty much all. Again, which isn't needed because you have damage available on, you know, all your equipment. So it's literally, it does not matter if you get those last increases of damage unless there is like a increased school skill cooldown or like a buff extension or something like that. So I prioritize just getting the effects of the skills, and if I have to buy the damage, then I'll get the damage. But other than that, I don't go past that. And Rona does like 30k damage on her ultimate, so in the right circumstances, obviously. But I mean, what more can you ask for a character that's not maxed out, doesn't have her exclusive equipment, and she doesn't have like 6-star gear. She has 5 stars. So I haven't been using Epsilon, but I keep upgrading her because she is kind of a Leo counter, and I mean, I don't really use her right now, so she's kind of just my dark hero, the only dark hero that I've upgraded, because I have to at least get one of each element, you know, just in case I need that character. Um, yeah, and then if it becomes a defender that I need, or like there's some specificness, and then all the other characters I'm actually using them. Um, okay, so now I have to move on to one of the most important things of the video, because I was doing just like showing you my account, telling you what I've been doing, which isn't a lot. I haven't even done the tower, which I'll show you, the Oblivion Tower, whatever it's called. I'm still on floor 1 right now. So I haven't even been doing that. I probably should have been, but it just takes a while, and honestly, that would have been probably the smart thing to do, since I could probably set my phone to the side, done that, and then, you know, did, had holidays with my family, I guess, but whatever. I just couldn't go on my phone. That was it. Or my computer, because I wasn't in my room. I had to mingle, as they say. So I want to talk about this, the exclusive equipment. So I finally got it, and it is insanely broken. Most of them only benefit the hero, and I thought that you could have equipped it to like different hero types, like Ranger can equip all the Ranger equipment. Like it makes sense, like, but some of them it doesn't, because like this one, it only works with Valentine because she's the only one who has a basic called Trigger Happy. Um, but some of them are like gain extra damage, gain 40% speed. It's like, yeah, that would be amazing if you could equip it to other strikers. Or you could do the same element, like the weapons are locked to their element, and they can only go to the same class, like strikers, like Earth strikers. Of course, this is like a very late game, or like not late game, like a when the game is much more developed. But yeah, it's the new year. This slide is doing big things. New big games are coming out. You're gonna have to Smilegate's gonna have to ramp up basically how the game works and how you're able to do stuff, because right now there's not a lot to do in this game other than content pushing, like a few stuff. But it's not enough to keep you like on the game, because it's the same stuff, right? There's no new alternating events. They've added some permanent stuff, but it's the same stuff. I feel like they should have more, like, if it's really all about the teams, then they should have more character synergy. They should allow you to get more characters for free. Like, again, every 2 weeks, get a free 3-star. I think this site's doing the same thing. They're doing every 2 weeks you get a free legendary. I think they're testing now with the Yintron event, and they're probably going to be doing that. Just having a free Esper every 2 weeks, and then you have the Shimmer thing every like 60 days or however long the thing was. But it's so much better. It makes the game a lot more enjoyable, and you're actually, grinding for something that is realistically going to be worth your time. Um, because this is not. I'm sorry to say, but this is 100% not. It took me 3 months, 3 months just to get this. 3 months and some change. And while it's extremely broken, it doesn't do anything other than help this character. So if I'm not using this character, and if I'm pushing content that is not Earth content, then it's pretty much useless. Like, it only works on Valentine. And I know, like, saying useless sounds like a big thing. The thing is, it's cool that it's an exclusive equipment thing, but it would have been cool if it was like exclusive to like their element and their type. So like if we get another Fire Ranger, which we have, Mero, we could have had her equip this as well. And now she has a gun and a chainsaw. It doesn't matter though because the trigger happy doesn't work, but you could use the effectiveness and the stats, whatever you have here. Um, and for stronger synergies, they could have certain characters that don't have that. The thing is, it balances characters well because this makes Valentine herself broken. Um, and I guess some of them, I guess there's some balancing they would have to do because some of them would just be really broken. Like Rona's, you kind of want Rona's exclusive equipment, which is why I'm focusing on her now. Just because it makes her into a ranger, basically. So where was Rona? Up here, yeah. So Rona's will give her 40 speed and 20% damage. It's not including the crit hits. But 40% increase in speed and 20% increase in damage. So it's basically a base increase in damage. So the critical damage that you would do doesn't, like the 20% doesn't factor into that. It only factors into your base stats, which can be enhanced by the equipment anyway. So this makes her so broken. And then reduces water damage taken by 20%. So this is just devastating for any water team or any water bosses out there. So like if you could equip this to any character, you could basically use them in any water content because they would have really fast speed, they would deal a lot of damage, and they would have reduced damage taken. So what they could do is they could only equip it to Earth heroes and only Striker heroes. But you can't. So yeah, sadness. But yeah, as you can see, this one isn't specifically meant for Rona, but it makes her extremely broken and is really good. So, I mean, they could make that a thing. I think those are... So I got one for Valentine and I got one for Akari as well, but I think those are the only two characters. So I got her Juzumaru Sunetsugu, which is insanely broken. Increases the duration of debuffs on the enemy team by 1 turn when using Juzumaru Sunetsugu, and it happens after, I believe. So you basically land your debuffs, you get a buff extension. So a buff blocker and I believe it's also, yeah, unbuffable and reduced defense. So you deal more damage, and Leo doesn't work. Valentine doesn't work. Even, well, I guess the commander does because she can basically take away 2 buffs from herself. But everybody else literally cannot buff their team. It is so broken. Some healers, they heal with like sustained recovery. Doesn't work. Characters like Demiurge Drakon use buffs to spread damage. Doesn't work. Like as long as... And Akari has this like passive thing where she will basically go first. So this is why Akari is so broken. She basically might go first, and if you give her a lot of speed, she will basically always go first. And that's what you want, because then Valentine will go, she'll do a lot of damage because the defense down, she'll buff your team, And then it's just pretty much game over after that with some strikers. um, Akari also has this, which also increases debuff. So it's just you basically make it impossible for them to get buffed or they also take a lot of damage with the defense down. So you can also do reduce resilience on targets without debuffs for 2 turns, which doesn't really matter, but sometimes it works, I guess. I haven't really had the chance of seeing it work. But yeah, and then she does have reduced attack on her basic, up to 70%, which is decent. So I'd say, you know, pretty good. Yeah, I think I just went on a tangent again. See, it just keeps happening now. There's just so much to talk about because I've been focusing on a lot of characters. Tamara, I've almost maxed out, and I think I'm going to, so I can get 100% on all of these. So the percent thing, I've seen it on some of my friends' Tamaras. So it goes on both of them for both skills. So it just goes to 100%, which is insanely good. Basically guarantees that I can use her abilities at least to some effectiveness. But until you get her there, it's pretty hard. And I do want to get this to 100% because now we just have a dual attack. We're just gonna have so many dual attacks. Oh my god. So yeah, Rin, her, my Veronica, the commander, and then we have Mene, my healer. So now we just have a insanely broken water team that does so much damage, and it's just disgusting. Yeah, I think that's it. Everything else I've just random. I haven't even upgraded skills. Have barely done anything with gear for them. I've just done the bare minimum for their stories. Yeah, so Dahlia, sorry, that was her name. The Archdemon of Hubris. She's really hot, I gotta say, but um, yeah, she's cool. I don't know. I guess we'll go over these 2 characters now because they're new. She's cool and whatever, but it's She reduces speed, she freezes all characters, basically 70%. It goes up to 100 though. Same with her reduction in speed. The reduction in speed is good. The freezing is kind of okay. It's basically a control. And does not trigger counterattack, revenge, or agile response, which is insanely good. Because if you don't land the frozen but you land the speed, you can still trigger an agile response, a counterattack, or revenge. So that's good. Yeah, it's a 4-turn cooldown, so it's decent. Her second ability is interesting. So she removes 1 buff from the target. It's not inflicted with frozen, then attacks all enemies. So basically, if they have immunity, you can take immunity away with her second skill first. And you can remove multiple buffs, so even invincibility and defense up. So it's just really good buff strip. So that's interesting that she's a controller and a buff stripper. So very cool. I think that's the cool synergies about her. So I did upgrade her a little bit, and I might put some skills into her because I do have a water team. So any water character I get can just make my water team more versatile, or just make the water teams I will have more versatile. Yeah, and then it's a 3-turn cooldown, so actually that's pretty decent. The burst effect, she grants barrier, which is also interesting. So buff, strip, controls, protects. Then she will inflict frozen on all enemies for 1 turn on her second skill. She does more damage to bosses. Doesn't really matter, but it's a nice bonus. The infliction of frozen is huge though, because it happens after the buff strip. So this skill becomes insanely broken if you have a level 2, if you have enough AP for level 2. Level 3 changes to activate all effects of absolute 0, so it just does everything. So removes 2 buffs, freezes them, grants a barrier to your entire team. So she's kind of honestly, what's her name? Laplace, where she has the shield capabilities, and she can increase the shield capacity with her second AP. So they have like some interesting like protection, but hers is built into her skill. So yeah, I mean, okay, it's interesting. So basically, she can protect with her skills. Laplace protects with her skills as well, except she's a controller. Laplace is a pure damage dealer. She does increase her priority by 20% with her basic, which with dual attacks is really broken. Because she gets up to 30% priority, which is like, think about it. She attacks once, she gains 30% priority. You have two more dual attacks. That's 90% priority increased right there. She's probably gonna take the turn afterwards. Like it is just disgusting. And then she has Find Weakness, so increases damage dealt to targets inflicted with break. So you can equip. There's equipment that does the same thing, and you have a character like Laplace who can scale off of debuffs. Say Bon Voyage, you can basically do some like crazy stuff, but you have to max them out with a lot of good gear and also get them to at least 5-star to do some crazy stuff. So, but yeah, her dual attack increases the priority of the caster by 30%. Oh, so 60% in total. This is why she's also really broken. So as far as like her, I'm probably am going to max her out, but I am focused on my main units right now, and then I will focus on other characters. But yeah, she is gonna be insane. um, I do have a full Earth team now with Ame and Alice and Rona and Siron. Those 4 characters, and I don't have a fire team because I don't have a healer, but I do have a full fire team technically. With Mero. So let's get into Mero. So that was Dahlia. That's all I have for her. She's insanely good as a controller. She does a lot of stuff, so I feel like for for RTA, whenever it comes out, this is going to be insane. This is going to be insane. They should bring it out sooner rather than later because there's really nothing much to do in the game other than your daily, some arena stuff, maybe some comp pushing. But it's very the game is very dead in terms of gameplay, I would say. Because even if you try and push content, it's like once in a while, and it's like if you have the right setup and you have like enough stats now. So, Mero is actually really good. 80% chance to increase all allies' accuracy and attack for 2 turns. Then attacks all enemies. After attacking, has an 80% chance to grant immortality to caster for 1 turn. Her health cannot be reduced below 1%. Insanely broken because you can increase the duration of the buff. Sucks because it's a 1-turn thing. I wish it was 2 turns, but you know, I guess it is what it is. And it goes up to 100% for accuracy, attack, and the immortality thing. It's a 4-turn cooldown, so basically she becomes unkillable for 1 turn unless they have buff strips. Even then, like you have basically 3 buffs on her, so they have to have like multiple buff strippers. Then she has her passive effect. When Mero's health is healed, she reduces the cooldown of Chainsaw Girl by 1 turn. Activated at the end of an ally's turn. Now this is extremely broken. There's counterattacks, there's agile responses that will heal you. Just healing in general, just having a healer on your team. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry, but this might break Mero. She is probably going to be squishy because she is a ranger, and she is more of an attack-based ranger. She has attack up and accuracy, and she also has a passive effect and an active effect where she attacks. So she's going to want to attack for sure. So I feel like you're gonna be able to kill her. So if you kill her, it's gonna be fine. But for RTA, man, you're gonna have to like her, Dahlia, and then like a Valentine. Oof. You get like you get speed reduction. You have like an insane amount of buffs on the opposite enemy team, and like you have a lot of control. So you basically have to get rid of the Dahlia. But if you do, the Valentine's just gonna demolish you with the Mero. So it's just like, okay, because they're both rangers, so you can just give them a lot of speed and go first. And the thing is, they're gonna heal any counterattack or any damage that you deal with them, because again, her active attack is attacks all enemies and grants lifesteal. So you don't even have to have a healer on your team because she herself will keep activating lifesteal for your team. She will keep giving your team lifesteal. If you have buff increase on your team, this is so stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so stupid. And you can't kill her because she has immortality. So you have to kill another character. But think about it. What if you have a really fast Siron, you have Mero, and then you have a really tanky, what's his name? Leo. So you're able to have Siron give all her priority with her ultimate, the 100% priority, to Leo because you have her like fast enough. Now Leo goes, he gives everybody indestructibility, and then you just, heal with this. You heal with this girl. Like, this is just so stupid. Your team basically cannot die. Um, like you can have, and then like this is so stupid. And then of course she has a ability to have 80% chance to activate a dual attack with the ally with the highest attack. Yeah, it's just like okay. She also inflicts mark, so yeah, very cool character, very broken. I didn't even look at her burst. What does she do? Oh my god, she does reduced evasion. That's insanely broken. 20% power ally increase. What am I looking at? This is a power creep. I'm sorry. This is an 100% power creep. Changes in enhanced evasion reduction. Ignores resilience. Okay, so the third skill isn't that insanely broken, but oh my god. So she gives lifesteal, so all your team will heal. She herself will reduce the cooldown of this skill when she heals, so she's gonna take one turn. If you have another healer going afterwards, she's gonna have it on 2-turn cooldown after she takes her turn. And then it's gonna decrease one more time actually because she's gonna heal from actually hitting with the life steal. So, because it counts as she's healing. It's when her health is healed, not when she is healed. When she is healed by an ally, it doesn't say that. It's when her health is healed. So her health will heal. So it'll be actually a 1-turn cooldown. So basically, she can get her, if you have one healer and you're able to heal her this is on cooldown, she's going to heal, then she's going to do her lifesteal thing, heal again, and basically take her turn. So that's 3-turn cooldown. Oh my god. So no wonder this doesn't have any turn cooldowns, because then you would just spam this. So yeah, basically a 1-turn cooldown. Like, yeah, that's disgusting. Plus also, like, you can have priority increase and stuff. Like, this is just so broken. So I think Mero is, I mean, Dahlia is just as broken too. Like, she just, like, for RTA, these two are going to be insanely broken. Same with Demir Drakan. Like, everyone is saying she's bad, or they were trying to sleep on her. Nah, bro. Like I said, with the what is it called? This one. Nope, not that one. Where is it? Not this one. What was it called? Oh right, it's not this, it's this. This thing, Charmer's Necklace. Where it takes 50% of the damage all allies take, only the ally with the highest max health can activate this. Basically, you can just have a tank. Since Leo scales off of defense, you can have him with more defense than health. You can make her, like, make Leo take the damage, but then he's not going to take a lot. Like, you can make such a disgusting tanky team with this, it's not even funny. So you do those two characters, and then you have a healer like Mene. So you revive everybody, you basically take no damage, and it's just like, okay, yeah. Stupid, but okay. You could also just have it on Demiurge Drakon and then put the other piece on Mene if you want to have her with the most health so she doesn't die as easily. So now Demiurge Drakon is going to make everyone else take 15% damage, but then Mene herself is going to make everybody else take 15% of damage she takes. So it's kind of a weird thing, but I haven't tested it out, but I do want to because it seems like a very broken combo. Yeah. Everyone else is kind of just like, again, like I said, I'm using them as I, see how broken they are. Yeah, they're still releasing waifu, so they haven't, fixed anything about the game in that sort of sense. Just like, okay. Another thing they could fix for the future, definitely, is that release more mans. We got like 5 dudes in this game, and like just women piling over with like the biggest balloons ever. Like that's literally what they do. Like one, two, three. Okay, that yeah. All right. Well, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Um, yeah. I do have a lot of legendary equipment, and I haven't been upgrading that recent because I've just been grinding. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I will do some content because I do want to push content. As you saw, we pushed a little bit in here, so we get some better health gear with the Tyrant Toddler. But I think there's one more stage left. But we can basically guarantee 6-star equipment now. So now we can just grind this and hopefully max out all our health equipment and I guess defense as well. It doesn't matter for resilience. And then lifesteal actually seems insanely broken. Because now Mero with lifesteal. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, and then I haven't pushed Skyward Tower again. I haven't been doing it. Arc Demon Ruins I haven't pushed either. Because I want to do that with y'all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I pretty much I think done all of these to 10, except for Earth. Oh no, I've done all. Okay, so yeah, I did all these to stage 10. So, oh no, except for Earth, I have not done Earth. So I'll do Earth. Not right now, but I'll do Earth to yeah, max that out. Anybody, anyway, we have more stuff coming as well. More content for the game, some arena stuff. And yeah, we'll try and do some adventure stuff just to see all this disgusting. Like I haven't been able to pass the Demiurge Stella because I was so close. Except they make you restart by making her heal all her health, and then it's just like I'm not about to sit through the game for another fucking 30 minutes just to try and beat the character. I was like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, anyway, thank you all as always, and I'll see y'all in the next video.